Hey guys, it's Nirvana, and for today's video, I feel like I said my name so weird, but anyways, today I'm going to be filming a vinyl collection, so I'm going to be showing you every single record that I own to this day. Now, I do post vinyl collection updates, so you've probably seen most of these records if you watch all of my vinyl collection updates, except there's some new ones that I haven't shown yet. But yeah, I want to do these yearly just so I can kind of like look back and see how many records I have, like I had each year. I don't know, I think that's kind of cool. Also, I love watching these videos, so I wanted to make another one. Also, I'm not going to be showing you the colored pressings because then we would literally be here all day because most of my records are colored pressings and I honestly do not have time for that. So yeah, if you want to see any of my colored pressings, you can just watch any of my vinyl collection updates. My vinyl's organized in the order I got them, so you can kind of just figure out which one it would be in. Or I might do a colored vinyl collection later on. I don't know, not sure. I'm pretty excited, but this is going to take a really long time and I'm going to have to keep walking back to my shelf and pulling down records. So yeah, also I've been collecting records for like a year and a half now. I think it's been around a year and a half. So yeah. So the first record I ever bought was Sleeping with Sirens. Let's cheers to this. I found this at a record store in Detroit. This album is kind of important to me because it's like the album that got me really into bands. The next record I bought was The Affliction. This Could Be Heartbreak. I pre-ordered this when the pre-orders went up for this album and I really ended up enjoying it, so I'm happy I did pre-order it. The next one I have is Sorority Noises, Joy Departed. It's signed by two of the band members. I think it's the singer and the guitarist possibly. Honestly, I don't know what they play. I just know what they look like and I know one is the singer. And I picked this up at their show with Bayside a year ago. So the next one I have is Pierce the Veil, Collide with the Sky. I obviously needed to buy this on vinyl. I love that I own this and I've spun it probably so many times and I picked this up off merch now. Then right after that I of course ordered Pierce the Veil, A Flair for the Dramatic, my favorite Pierce the Veil album. I also picked this one up off of merch now. The next album I have is Capsized, Thanks in My Veins. It's signed by Daniel, the lead vocalist, and I picked this up at their show with, I think it was with Vanna. I honestly used to be so obsessed with this album and I still really like it now, so I'm happy I own it. The next album I own is Citizens, Everybody Is Going to Heaven. I honestly bought this when I didn't even know who Citizen was. I just saw it on sale and I heard of them, so I bought it, and I bought this from Urban Outfitters and I'm happy I did buy it because now I love Citizen. The next one I have is Bossy Manners. I know how to say this, but it's not, I can't remember it right now. Sueded? I don't know. This is their EP. I picked this up when I saw them at, I don't know, a show. Don't remember which one it was. And it has all the bops. Trapped Nerve, the best song. The next album I have is Like Pacific's self-titled EP. I picked this up at the same show with Boston Manor, so I think it was the Like Pacific headliner show. And yeah, I'm pretty happy I bought this because Like Pacific is a great Toronto pop punk band. The next album I own is Chemical Miracle by Trophy Eyes, and I pre-ordered this right after I saw them live for the first time, and I'm so happy I did because this is like one of my fave albums of like all time. I listen to it so much and I just like, it never gets old. Never. Okay, I grabbed 2 whole stacks of records right now so that way I can sit down for longer because I'm lazy. Next one I own is Badlands by Halsey. When I bought it, I honestly didn't really like the album that much, but after owning it and spinning it a couple times, I honestly got like pretty into it. You're probably like, why the fuck did you buy it if you didn't really like the album? Like, it was the UK pressing and I live in Canada, so I kind of just felt like it was a sign to buy it. This is why I should not be allowed to have money. The next one I own is That's the Spirit by Bring Me the Horizon. I don't even know if you can see that, but I'm kind of upset that I did buy it when I did because now there's a colored pressing, and when I bought it a colored pressing didn't exist, so I just bought this one off Amazon. The next album I own is Monsters in the Closet by Mayday Parade. This is like one of the albums that also got me really into bands and music, so I felt like I needed to own it on vinyl because I used to listen to Mayday Parade all the time. Next one I own is Aggressive by Beartooth. Honestly, I don't think this album is that good. Like, the first album I think is incredible. Sick and Disgusting is so good. And I think this album is just kind of like decent. You know what I mean? It's not bad. but it's not like amazing. Yep, I picked this up at HMV when that was still a thing in Canada. The next one I own is Light We Made by Balance and Composure. I honestly haven't listened to this album in so long, but when it came out, like every vinyl account that I followed was so hyped about this. I poked myself in the eye. And then I got really hyped about it and I spent like $40 on it, and I haven't listened to it in a while, so I should probably spin it soon. The next one I own is All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us by Architects. Phenomenal album. Love it. Great metalcore album. Also, I picked this one up at 2400, and same with the Balance and Composure one. The next one I own is The Dream Is Over by Pup. I picked this up at their show. Pretty happy I did, because this is a great album. Pup is a great band, so yep. Next one I have is I Couldn't Be Weaker by Rarity. Rarity is one of my favorite local bands. I think they're the best local pop punk band in my opinion, and I love them. And I picked this up at their show with Silverstein. It was like Stay Warm Fest, and I just love this so much. My favorite song, okay, no, I'm not saying favorite songs, but like you need to listen to Orchid, Inhale, Exhale. Those are the best songs on this album. The next one I have is Crybaby by Melanie Martinez. I picked this one up from Hot Topic online. I just hit myself in the face, well, the head. Yeah, really happy I bought this one. It's kind of dented because it came in the mail like that, which annoyed me, but I'm still happy I have it because it's the colored press. I also have not listened to that album in a really long time. But the next one I own is Misadventures by Avail. I picked this one up also off of Hot Topic. Yeah, online. It was in the same order. Love this album. You all know I love Avail, so. And this is the last one I also made in that Hot Topic order, and that is Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die by Panic at the Disco. This is also another important album I think in my life because it also got me into bands. It's like one of the first bands I started to listen to, and this was like the album that just came out at the time, so I was listening to this one a lot. I remember I had the CD and I would play it all the time. Then next I have Colorblind by Seaway. I mean, like this is a great album. I think Seaway is such just like a fun band. I still have not listened to their new album. Whoops, I should probably do that. But yeah, I picked this up at their show. Next album I have is State Champs, The Finer Things. State Champs was the first modern pop punk band I got into, and I used to love them so much. Like they used to be my favorite band, so I felt like I needed to own this on vinyl because I used to listen to it all the time, and I picked this one up off of Merch Now. The next one I have is All Hell by Vanna. I also picked this one up off of Merch Now. And the next one I own is I'll Keep You in Mind from Time to Time by Moose Blood. I haven't even picked up Blush yet. I really need to do that because like Moose Blood is such a good band to spin on vinyl, so don't know why I don't own that yet. Then the next album I own on vinyl is Suicide Season by Bring Me the Horizon. I think this is like one of their best albums. I don't have a favorite, but I love this album by them. I think it was definitely one of their best. And this is from HMV. It's the like Canada exclusive pressing thing. Looking at these records are just throwing me back so much, and I want to spin all of these. Like I'm just getting so much nostalgia by looking at these because some of these I haven't pulled out from my shelf in so long, and I'm just like, I love music. And the next one I own is Count Your Blessings by Bring Me the Horizon, their deathcore album. Okay, looking at this, I really want to spin it too. I'm just getting thrown back to when I was literally obsessed with Bring Me the Horizon. This is also from HMV, the Canada exclusive pressing. Don't know if I said that already. Then the next album I own, obviously, I need to own every single Pierce the Veil album, so Selfish Machine. So this is Selfish Machines by Pierce the Veil. I got this one also off of Merch Now. I don't know why I said also because the last albums weren't from Merch Now, but yep. The next one I own is a reintroduction, The Essence of All That Surrounds Me by Capsize. Once again, as I said already, I used to be so obsessed with Capsize, and it's been a while since I listened to them, so I should probably do that. This is also from Merch Now. The next album I own is Awakening by Bless the Fall. This is also off of Merch Now. And the last one part of this pile, then I need to stand up again, what a travesty, is Transit Blues by The Devil Wears Prada. This was one of my favorite albums from last year. Like I literally loved this so much. And I picked this one up from HMV, yeah, it was like the retail exclusive. Next album I own is Tales Told by Dead Friends by Mayday Parade, the 10-year anniversary edition. I bought this from HMV, and I think this is like such a cool one to own because it's like, oh, it has the vinyl, it's a 10-inch, and then it's just like a newspaper book thing, and it also came with an autograph, which I don't really care for autographs and stuff, but it's still like a cool thing to own. Next album I own is Catfish and the Bottlemen's The Balcony by Catfish and the Bottlemen. I honestly started listening to this album because of the cover. I thought it was just funny and interesting. And I honestly was so obsessed with this album last year and like the beginning of this year. Like, it's just so good, and I don't even like usually listen to music like this, but I love this album so much, and I picked this one up off of Amazon. So next I have a little rare album, and it is Paris, the Acoustic EP. I picked this up from Banquet Records when they released, like, it sold out, and I regretted not buying it, and then like 10 more got released in Banquet Records, and I bought it so quick. The next album I own is another 10-inch, and it is Outgrown Things by Movements. You all know how I feel about Movements. Love them. Love this EP. Next we have a little problematic album, and that is Better Weather by With Confidence. I honestly like loved this album so much whenever it came out, and I listened to it so much. I just think it's such a catchy like pop punk record. We can just cross out the fakes, but you know, it's okay. Anyways, yeah, I picked this one up off of their limited run. The next album I own is I Am Alive in Everything I Touch by Silverstein. I got this at HMV. It was like on sale for like $15, and I almost cried because that is such a good price for records in Canada. Yeah. The next album I own is Shy Girls by Salt, or no, wait, is it Salt? It's Salt by Shy Girls, I think. Yeah, right? Yeah, this was from Vinyl Monkey. They sent it to me. The next album I own is Mod Sun. What is this album called? Oh, Look Up. I don't know how I forgot that. But I actually love Mod Sun, and I love this album so much. And I really needed to own it on vinyl. Mod Sun just makes me feel like happy, you know what I mean? I love this man. He's such a good person. Just such a good album. I picked this one up off of Amazon. The next one I own is, I almost forgot the name. I remembered, the Space EP by The Devil Wears Prada. As I was saying, I loved Transit Blues from The Devil Wears Prada, so I checked out this one, and like, I really wasn't disappointed. I love it so much. I think it's really cool. It's like a concept EP, and I picked this one up off of Merch Now. The next one I picked up was The Main's American Candy, and I honestly thought I was never going to own this album because it sold out, and like, they always release such limited amounts of things, and I couldn't get it, and then they released like a limited amount more. I don't know, like so long after it came out, kind of right before Lovely Little Lonely came out, and I had to buy it. Like, I bought it so quick, and I'm so happy I own this. I haven't listened to it in a really long time, but I just am happy I own it. The next album EP I own is This Is What the Edge of Your Seat Was Made For by Bring Me the Horizon. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, this was their first EP, only EP. This is also the Canada like exclusive pressing. Then the next album I own is Aquillo's Silhouettes. Yeah, and I got this from Vinyl Monkey also. Then the next album I own is Ire by Parkway Drive. I honestly, like, Parkway Drive was one of the first heavier bands I got into. So like, when I saw this at HMV on sale, I had to buy it, and I love this album so much. I haven't listened to it in a really long time, but I do love it. The next album I own is Lovely Little Lonely by The Main. I honestly haven't listened to this one in a long time either, but I definitely should do this. I picked this, I should definitely do that. I picked this up from their merch website because, you know, they have their own label and they run their own stuff. But yeah, I pre-ordered this one. Then the next album I own is Streetlight Manifestos, Everything Goes Numb. This is a band I like because of my dad, and I love them. I get such a good feeling when I listen to them. I picked this up at some small independent record store. I don't even remember where it was. The next album I own is Somewhere at the Bottom of the River Between Vega and Altair by La Dispute. One of my favorite albums of all time. I love this album so much. I cry to it all the time. Actually, I haven't listened to this in a while because it really does make me cry a lot. And you know, since it's winter, it's crying season for me, so this is gonna be spitting non-stop. The next album I own is Khalid's American Teen. This was also from Vinyl Monkey. So the next album I have is To the Wind's Empty Eyes. I think this is this is an album? Yeah, not an EP, it's an album. I picked this one up off of merch now. I honestly don't listen to this that much. I think I mostly bought it because it was on sale and I've seen them live and I liked it. Or them, so I just bought this. The next one I own is a throwback album, and that is Movements. It's not Movements. Motionless in White's Creatures. I also picked this one up off of merch now. Literally, what a throwback. I mean, Immaculate Misconception, like. The next one I picked up, I think really kind of changed my music taste a bit. Like, I don't know why, but it just did. And that is Gideon's, oh fuck, what is this album called? Oh, Cold. It's called Cold. It's so good. Such a good album. I picked this up at their show. The best song on here is Cursed. Like, no arguing about that. Cursed is the best song. Then the next album, EP, not even an EP, thing I own is a 7-inch, and that is Knuckle Puck's Calendar Days Indecisive 7-inch. I picked this up off of their website. Possibly. I don't know. I actually really dig these two songs. They're pretty good. Now the next one I own is Real Friends, Put Yourself Back Together. This is another throwback one for me. Don't really listen to Real Friends that much anymore. Don't even remember the last time I listened to them. It was probably while I was spinning this vinyl. Do I need to take English speaking classes? But yeah, just a lot of like old classic pop punk bops. Next one I own is like, I love this album art so much, and this is Safe to Say's Hiding Games EP. Best thing they ever put out in my opinion. I think it's amazing. Love this so much. I picked this up at their show this summer. I think it was a single show. And the next one I own is also from Vinyl Monkey, and this is, I don't know why I keep saying also when the things before I'm talking about aren't even from the same place. But this is About You by Muna. A lot of people say this gives them like female 1975 vibes, so yeah. Then the next one I own, I love this album so much, and that is Tragedy Will Find Us by Counterparts. Such a good album. I mean, really amazing. And I picked this up from New Damage Records. Then the last out of these piles is Knocked Loose's I need to stop saying their name, the band's name first, and just start saying the album. So Laugh Tracks, yeah, it's plural, by Knocked Loose. I just put my finger in my mouth, okay? Everyone knows this is a great album. I don't really need to talk about it. Like, it's so good. And I picked this one up off of Amazon. The next album I own is a throwback for me, and that is of Mice and Men's Restoring Force. I picked this one up at a record store in Detroit. Yeah, I used to love this album so much. I used to think it was like so heavy, and I just find that hilarious. But yeah, used to love this. Then this next one, now to throwback. This is a forever love, and that is Paradise by Lana Del Rey. I love this woman. I love this EP. I need to get more things from her on vinyl. I don't know why I don't own more things, because I love all her music. I picked this up at the same record store in Detroit, and like, I'm just looking at this makes me so happy. The next album I own is Be Nothing by Boston Manor. I picked this one up at Warped Tour this past summer, and like, I love this so much. I've been meaning to buy this ever since I bought their EP, Swatted, I don't know. But yeah, every time I saw them, they never brought this, or I didn't have enough money. So I finally picked it up, and I'm so happy about it, because I think this is one of the best pop punk bands out there. From someone who doesn't even listen to that much pop punk anymore, like, Boston Manor kills it, you know? Next album I picked up was a pre-order, and that is All Smiles by Sworn In. Honestly, when this came out, I listened to it a lot, and I haven't listened to it since. So I should probably spin this. I picked this one up from merch now. The next one I own is With Regret by Expire. I always say Expire. It's Expire. Okay, I picked this one up off of Amazon. I really wish I saw them live when I had the chance, but my dumbass didn't, so. The next one I own is Nirvana's Bleach. I need to own more albums from Nirvana on vinyl, but they're hella expensive. So for now, I just own Bleach, and I think this is their first album. It's really good. I picked this up from Sunrise Records. This next one I own, great album. What a great album. And it is Turnstile's Non-Stop Feeling. This is such a fun album. So good. I picked this one up from Amazon. Yeah, it was Amazon. And the next album I own is Distant Like You Asked by Like Pacific. I picked this up from Vanna's last Toronto show. Right? Yeah. Finally picked this up. I've been wanting to buy this one for a while too, but I just haven't. The next one I own is Lotus Spew and Koji's Never Come Undone. I love Lotus Spew, so I had to pick this up. I mean, there's only 4 songs, which is like, but this is really good. I feel like it mixes together so well, and I picked this one up from Merch Now. The next album I own is Pretty Low by Expire. Almost said that wrong again. This is the album that got me into them because my camera cut me off, but the song Forgetting, I think it was, got me into them before I even knew what hardcore was. So I didn't even know like this was hardcore. I just thought it was like, I don't even. Okay, the next album I own is my only metal vinyl, I think. Right? I think so. And that is Nightmare Logic by Powertrip. Love this album so much. It's so good. Like, there's just so many good songs on here, and I picked this one up from their show in Toronto. Then the next one I picked up, oh my god, it's just so good. So that is Turncoat by Foundation. This is so good. I really wish I would have saw them live. I hope they do like a reunion tour or something because I love this album so much. Then the next album that I own is All We Know of Heaven, All We Need of Hell by Paris. I think this tops their first album for me. I honestly really love this so much. I picked this one up from Sunrise Records. The album I own is Big Kiss Goodnight by Trapped Under Ice. I picked this up at their show at Not Dead Yet Fest. I mean, this is an iconic hardcore album. Like, I mean, everyone's listened to this, probably. The next EP album thing I own is a 7-inch, and that is Sensory Link to Pain by Primal Right. I picked this also up from Not Dead Yet Fest. The next thing I own is As You Please by Citizen, the tour exclusive edition. I love this album so much. Like, I don't even know how I'm saying this, but I really think it's my favorite Citizen release. I think I already said that, but I really love this a lot. It's so good. Then the next album I own is Pierce the Veil's A Flair for the Dramatic 10-year anniversary edition from Smart Punk Records. It was like out of 500. I got number 29. I'm not gonna take this out and show you the album because it's so annoying to get back in, but I'm happy I own it. Still have yet to spin this because I own the other albums. So this is pretty much just a collector's piece for me because I already own the album. Next thing I own are 2 7-inches, and they were both from All In merch. So the first one is Harness Carve the New Path. Has only 2 songs on here, but it's really good. These 2 songs are amazing. So good. Okay, next I have this 7-inch from Vane. It's from All In merch also. I forget the name of this. I honestly cannot remember for the life of me, but these 4 songs are amazing, and spinning this was like the best 5 minutes of my life. The next album I own is Mass Murder by God's Hate. I don't know why I was holding that upside down, but I love this album so much. This is also from All In merch. Look how sick that looks. So sick. Then the next one I own is Copacetic by Knucklepuck. I finally picked this up. I haven't listened to this in so long. Like, I'm probably gonna spin this today because I haven't even spun it yet, but I just got it like a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, I don't know. But when this came out, like, I loved it, and I just hate myself again. But yeah, I picked this up at their show. Finally, the last record I have to show you is, what the fuck is this called? Couldn't tell you. I think it's from the Unforgiving Arms of God by End. This is the lead singer of Counterpart's side project, and it is so good. I'm so happy I bought this. I picked this one up from Merch Now, and it finally shipped because it came out like a month ago. But yeah, that is my vinyl collection. I'm sorry if my eyes are watering right now because I just started dying. But yes, I actually had so much fun filming this, and now I just like want to go buy so many more albums on vinyl. Like, yikes. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This is gonna take me 15 years to edit, but I love you guys a lot, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to smile, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys!